I was involved in a serious automobile accident back on December of '87, which resulted in a closed head injury. I've been blind in my right eye ever since I was second grade. I have a disease called retinitis pigmentosus, and due to the head trauma, progressed ARP in my left eye. So I'm legally blind. I was in the insurance business, and most of the time was with Farm Bureau Insurance. And I had left Farm Bureau and went with another company, and I got caught in the middle with no insurance. So here, when I had my auto accidents, there was, I had no insurance. So that's when vocational rehab, I got involved. And they came to the house for physical therapy, also for speech therapy. And it was probably after, probably 3 months. I remember the lady coming in, and I told her, I said, I appreciate everything you've done, but I really don't need you anymore. What I need to do, I will do, because whatever it takes to come back, to get back to where I was at, I will do. She said, well, I'll tell you most people. I said, I'm not most people. Whatever it takes for me to get back, I will do. And as my father said, you never lose until you quit. And like I said, it's hard to be a person that never gives up. At the time of my accident, I was actually living about 2 blocks from my parents on South Street there in New Albany. My wife and I and 2 children. And again, was married for 21 years. And unfortunately, whether it's male or female that goes through the trauma that I went through, 95% of them get a divorce. And it just so happened that at the time of my accident, I was actually separated at that time. So I went and talked to my neurologist and told him the story, what I'm telling you here now. He said, Tony, you're a shoo-in. He said, you're 99% to get a divorce. And he said, also, I realized you're a businessman, but you have less than 1% chance of ever becoming a productive individual again. And I said, well, doc, there's a lot of people who don't even have 1% chance. Let me show you what we can do. My accident was so severe, I literally had to learn and walk and talk again. It was that severe. Well, again, the only thing that I will say again, don't care what it is in life. If you don't quit, if you keep on every morning getting up and putting that foot forward, you never know what's around the other corner. And my father, I live there in New Albany, right there by the Ohio River. And he said, Tony, he said, son, it's like you're floating down the Ohio River. You're grasping for straws. I said, well, Dad, but under that straw, there'll be a log. And under that log, it may be a barge. As long as I'm grasping, I have a chance. And if I don't grasp, I'm gone. And he said, well, you got a point. So.